Back in the early 2000s, in response to the Millennium Development Goals, we branded a group of poverty-related infections as neglected tropical diseases, or NTDs. And they referred to chronic and debilitating infections that not only occurred in the setting of poverty, but actually caused poverty because of their long-term and deleterious effects on worker productivity, on child growth and development, on pregnancy outcome. And because of their long-term effects, they actually cause poverty. They make people too sick to go to work. They shaved IQ points off of kids, etc. Hookworm is, again, a classic neglected tropical disease, heavily poverty-related, occurring among the people who live in the setting of environmental degradation, and in this case, the presence of raw sewage. So it didn't surprise me too much because people stopped looking. There was always hookworm in the southern United States ever since the Middle Passage of the Atlantic slave trade. That's how it got introduced into the southern United States probably 300-400 years ago. And it's always been here ever since. It's just that people stopped looking in the 70s, but I knew it would be here the minute we started looking, and sure enough, there it was. And that's actually pretty classic for neglected tropical diseases because the clinical symptoms are subtle. They're chronic, debilitating conditions. And unless you take the time to establish a diagnosis, you'll miss it. So, for instance, an individual coming in with heart disease, most of the physicians and cardiologists are not aware of Chagas disease or what it is. So they don't look for it, they don't attempt to diagnose it. Same with hookworm. Somebody comes in with lethargy, feeling tired, a physician or a healthcare provider doesn't think of looking for hookworm. So there's a massive lack of awareness about these diseases, even among healthcare providers.